Hello everyone, time for another YouTube ramble. I've not been as busy on the tractors as I would hope to be, but it has been damn cold here, so I've not been too worried about it. There's been plenty to do in the office, so that's where I've been. What was it, the last one? Last one I think was a county we did, but as usual, not going to buy any more tractors, and I was offered a little beauty, and we've got it back, and it is a cracker. It's a Ford 3000. It's an early one, so it's not really. I've got a 3000, but the one I've got's a Ford Force one, and this is an early one. But I'll let you have a look at it and see what you think, and then we'll come back again. Now, it wasn't all as good as it looks because they got a problem with it starting, or they couldn't start it. The starter had been playing up, and the guy that owned it had bought another starter. He sent the starter away to get it reconditioned, and the people that were doing the reconditioned sent him a new one back, and he said, it's not worth doing the old one up, have this new one, this will be much better. So that's fine, he was quite happy with that, so he took it home, left it in the front of his pickup, rolling about on the floor for a few weeks, and because when he came to fit it again, he couldn't remember where the wires went, and initially he tried to start it and the starter wouldn't stop, so he whipped the battery leads off and did that, and he sort of got beat with it. Anyway, it wasn't really suitable for what he wanted to do anyway. He needed a four-wheel drive, so he decided to sell it, and my old friend that finds me these tractors came along and said he got it, and I didn't really want it because I've got a 3000, but as usual he talked me into having a look at it, and when I saw it I thought I'd better do a deal, so that's what happened. So okay, so sorting the starting problem out wasn't really an issue. It was just a case of sorting the wiring out, and in actual fact what we think the problem was, the ignition switch, or the starter switch, was no good. So I bought a new starter switch and put that on it, and started okay. It's not the best starter, I've got to say. It really needs a cold start put in to make it work, and there's an issue with it. It's one of those things that you start it and you run it, and a 3-cylinder is the most, I mean, they're lovely engines, but they're horrible engines. When you're listening to them, I can hear a misfire all the time, you know, and I think, oh Christ, is there a misfire? Is that because they're a rattly old engine? But anyway, this one, it's not bad at low revs, but when it gets to higher revs, I can hear it misfiring, and there's something not quite right. So we thought, oh well, pump must be out. But went to adjust the pump on it, and there is no adjustment. So I'm not quite sure where we go, but have a listen to it and see what you think. Now, I hope the microphone's going to pick this up okay. This is the tractor ticking over wobbling around the 400, 430, and it's sounding quite sweet. As you increase the revs, now that's fine. 800 revs, running sweetly. 1,000 revs, still running sweetly. Now to me that's misfire, 1,200 revs. If I increase it even more, I think it's still missing. Right, that was 2,000 revs, but it just seems to be not quite 100%. There's good. There you go, 1,600 revs, it'll start to misfire. Okay, so we haven't checked it yet, but it's been suggested the valves might be a bit tight. So that's the next mission, just have a look at that. I can't understand, I can't see why the pump should be wrong if it's still, you know, if it fires most of the time. I don't know, it's one of those. Anyway, apart from that, very good all round. It's funny, isn't it? When I listen to the video back, I sort of struggle to hear it. It's and you probably think I don't know what I'm talking about. Where's the misfire? But it is there, and I can hear it. If I say live, I can hear it when it's there. And if you'd noticed, the last time I revved it up, it definitely missed there, and it was almost a sort of a backfire. So, you know, that's got to be. There's got to be something. There's got to be something. It's not quite 100%, but it's fine. I can live with that for now. But if I come to sell it again, somebody's going to pick up on that. That's for certain. So, we'll have to get to the bottom of it. But that'll do us for now. Apart from that, the tractor itself was in pretty good order. All the lights were working and everything was good. But it had been not bodged. The lights that were on it were good, but they weren't the right ones, and I didn't like it. They'd also built the visitor toolbox, and it was on top of the wing, and I didn't like that either. So that had to go. So I'll show you that. I have to ignore the Christmas lights on it. I haven't. We're going to take this off and do this. Anyway, what we've done to it really is we've changed the backlights, so we got proper backlights and side lights on it. And the toolbox was overhanging the mudguard, which I didn't like at all. So I found another toolbox and I've put the right one on it. So it's come back pretty original really, so I'm quite pleased with the end result on this one. Certainly it's better than the other 3,000 I've got, although this one's a very early one. Well, F-Reg, so 67, isn't it? Anyway, that'll do. I'm happy, so there you go. Well, could you see how happy I was? The hat was the clue. It's coming up to Christmas, and I got roped in just for some Christmas cheer. It doesn't. It's not quite as bad as it seems. I was brought up traditionally, and Christmas when we were kids started on Christmas Eve, and that's not being a a grumpy sod. My Christmases were quite magical, and on Christmas Eve there was no sign of Christmas around our house apart from, you know, the kids getting excited. I've got a brother and sister, and we go to bed on Christmas Eve knowing full well that Father Christmas was coming that night. And when we got up in the morning, Christmas had arrived. The Christmas tree was set up, the sitting room was all decorated, and you could smell the turkey cooking in the oven. You woke up to a stocking on the bottom of the bed and a pile of presents, and you know, it was just fantastic. And it lasted 12 days, and on 12th night, 6th of January, all the decorations came down and they were put away for another year. And it was so good. And, you know, it really irritates me that Christmas now starts in the middle of November. Already round here, there's houses all decorated up on the outside. And yeah, it's good, but, you know, they miss that magic. And the magic when I was a kid, there's no way any child that's seen this Christmas on the television and everything like it is now is going to get that magical feeling that I had. And, you know, with my own children, I've got 4 kids, and we've tried to bring them up the same way and hold Christmas back. Not to Christmas Eve, but, you know, we'd certainly hold it back and make it magical. And they believed in Father Christmas, you know, and they really knew he was coming, and that was it. So, you know, it's, to me, these things are important. So that's it. So anyway, I got roped into Christmas, and I'm in the local Rotary Club, and we've got this Christmas sleigh, and it needed someone to pull it. So I'd got the tractors. So the tractors were going to do it. I was going to use it at a Leyland, and the plans for that didn't come off. And then, because along came this 3000, so the 3000 was put in for it. So what we did was we got the thing. It had to be painted up and sorted out a bit. So we've done all that, and this is what it started like. So there you go. We got the reindeer all set up, and went off to St Column as our first reindeer. We were there for the Christmas light switching on, and we give away selection boxes and chocolates for the kids, so they get a little taste of it. They can meet Father Christmas, meet the elf, and talk to him. You know, get that belief, and you know, that's it. But I was the tractor. I was the reindeer elf, and that was my job, and that was what I was doing. I was a little bit more cheerful that we were doing it. So I'll show you a bit of that, and then you know, it's not very exciting, but I'm sure you'll love it. So the evening was very successful. We had a lot of kids turn out. It must have been, well, we reckon at least 150 kids. Could have been 200 came along and picked up their chocolates and had a chat to the elf and Father Christmas and did a good job. And then when it was all over, I took the tractor and sleigh back up to where I got it loaded, and we put the sleigh in a container safely for the next event, which is next Saturday, I think. And I loaded the tractor up to bring it home. Everything went really well until I got home, and this is what I saw. What happened was we got it fitted onto the 3-point linkage, and it was quite good, because if you raised and lowered the hydraulics, it looked like the deer was galloping, reindeer was galloping. So it should have shown on one of the videos. I don't know if you noticed it. I'll perhaps put a marker there so you'll see it. But by this time you've already seen it, so you have to go back. Anyway, what happened? The one of the link arms came off, and it was something that could have been foreseen, but I can quite understand why it wasn't foreseen. So I came back. Rudolph had decided to drop off one side, and he unfortunately must have poked his head in the hedge, and the hedge didn't give a bit, so we decapitated Rudolph. It's not as serious as it says. It's only snapped the plywood, and we can repair it easy enough. But anyway, that's got to be done. I've stripped it all apart, and it's all out there ready to be done. I've got somebody else in the Rotary is going to repair the Rudolph, and we'll sort the frame out, and hopefully be all ready to go next Saturday. So that's the start of Christmas. So I suppose it's a fairly short one tonight, this video blog, but it's hopefully I'll have a few more for over Christmas, get a few things done. I'm off up the line this week to pick up some bits and pieces. I'm going to pick up the cab for the little Nuffield. Depends what the weather's like and how energetic I feel, what we get done, but we usually rev up for Christmas and do a few things, so we'll see what happens. So if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already subscribed, please do. Press the like, that's the thumbs up thing, press that for me. It'll be shown on Facebook to get you to look on YouTube, but it is important. I'm trying to get this channel going. It is starting to move a bit, which is quite good. I'm about 9,800 subscribers off where I need to be, but we'll see. Doing my best. Anyway, give plenty of comments. I like the comments. There's been some good ones, and keep looking at it. YouTube's certainly more interesting than what's on the TV at the moment. But anyway, that'll do for now. So catch you soon. Bye bye.